heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never, we just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia ila. Vanemia ila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia ila. Vanemia ila. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia ila. Vanemia ila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia ila. Vanemia ila.
It's so easy for me to say what I'm thinking. It's so obvious for you, my heart keeps beating. I don't mind. Something about you that keeps me alive. How can I get to you this time? I won't chase you, I'll give you my heart tonight. I won't blame you, it's easy when I lose the fight. Keep me in your mind, I swear I'll do the time.
It's another beautiful Wednesday morning. First show, not just any morning, but a morning that promises to bring you your positive, energetic start to your day. My name is Moeketsi, my money. I'm happy and excited to be with you throughout the hour 10 o'clock, just making sure that we give you that daily dose of positivity so that you can have a good day ahead of you. Not forgetting that we're still celebrating Women's Month, so for each and every woman out there, happy Women's Month. We hope that this month is going to be filled with love and cherish it with your loved ones. You know that you can connect across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now we are live on Underground Radio, and to enhance the experience of listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show, you can download the Underground Radio app, which is both available on iOS and Android. And not forgetting that we're also live on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, do make sure that you press the notification button, the subscription button, so that whenever we go live, like mornings like this, you will be notified that your best breakfast team is ready to kickstart your beautiful mornings. And of course, WhatsApp line is open for calls. You can call us on 06049333226. That's 06049333226. Your mornings are always filled with some of the most important stuff, and those important stuff I'm speaking about your picture of the day. We always highlight some of the places that you can visit together with your friends and families, so that you can take those bucket lists whenever you're traveling. Behind me, you're seeing pictures and you're asking yourself, what are we highlighting this morning? So for this morning, we are highlighting the Sense Game Reserve, which is located in Mpumalanga next to Kruger National Park. It is the South African oldest private reserve, established in 1948, covering 65,000 hectares. It is a world famous for close encounters with the big five, especially leopards, thanks to decades of habituation. The Sand and the Sebi rivers flow through the reserve, attracting abundant wildlife year-round. Visitors enjoy off-road safaris, night drives, and luxury lodges such as Londolozi, Singita, and Sabi Sabi, offering five-star experience in the bush. With its fenceless boundary to Kruger, animals roam freely, creating unmatched safari opportunities. Today, Sebi Sands is celebrated as the premier destination for luxury safaris and unforgettable wildlife sightings in South Africa. So that's what we have for you on this beautiful morning. I hope that you add the Sebi Sands Game Reserve on your bucket list and you get to travel with your friends and family. So that's what we have for you on this beautiful morning for your picture of the day. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break and come back with your latest news headlines and sports headlines. And once again, a very good morning. Let us get to your top stories making headlines this morning. Starting off with your first headline, Gauteng Health rejects a blindness claim linked to surgery delays. The Gauteng Department of Health has rejected claims by the Democratic Alliance that a patient was permanently blinded because of delays in retinal surgery at Steve Biko Academic Hospital. The department says that the patient had a complex medical history and previous surgical complication, arguing that clinical records do not support the claim that equipment failures directly caused the vision loss. Authorities acknowledged equipment procurement delays but says replacement systems are being sourced to restore affected services. The next headline, Lenacapavir HIV prevention program attracts thousands of new users. The Western Cape Department of Health and Wellness says that nearly 9 out of 10 people receiving long-acting Lenacapavir injections are first-time users of HIV prevention medication. More than 2,300 injections were administered across 22 facilities between June and July, with health officials describing the program as a major step forward in expanding access to HIV prevention. The twice-yearly injection is proving popular among residents seeking an alternative to daily oral PrEP medication. The last news headline, eThekwini seeks alternatives to 67 million rand annual lease bill. eThekwini municipality is reviewing long-term service accommodation options as it looks to reduce the approximately 67 million rand spent each year on leased office space. A council report outlines possible strategies including future property acquisitions and redevelopment projects. Officials say leasing remains necessary because of limited municipal-owned office space and operational requirements, but the city wants a more sustainable solution while balancing capital costs and service delivery needs. That's all for your news headline. Heading over to your sports news. Starting off with football news, Kaizer Chiefs Langeli Pili faces pressure. Kaizer Chiefs new signing Langeli Pili is under pressure to perform after his expensive move from Stellenbosch. The 21-year-old, who impressed with 11 goals last season, is expected to solve Amakosi's attacking struggles. Supporters and analysts are watching closely, noting that past high-profile signings struggle to deliver without strong midfield support. On your Football news. Manchester United eye transfer targets. Manchester United remain active in the transfer market, identifying 8 potential signings to strengthen midfield and defense. Targets include Aurelien Tchouameni, Luis Hall, Jorge Salinas, Manu Kone, Carlos Baleba. Manager Michael Carrick has reportedly approved Salina as a backup option if Hall cannot be secured, balancing big money moves with a promising youth prospect. On your women rugby news, the Springbok women ready for Fiji test. The Springbok women are preparing for a historic test against Fiji, determined to match fire with fire. The team is focused on physicality and resilience, aiming to showcase progress in women's rugby. The clash presents a milestone for South African women rugby, highlighting growth and ambition on the international stage. That's all for your news and sports headlines. If you want to share your thoughts with us on these headlines, you can simply use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send your voice note on 0604933226. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break and then come back with your market rates and your latest weather update.
Put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was wait your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child. It's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. You was only 21 with a son on the run, though. You was living in the jungle. Got charged for a murder and some weed and a gun, though. You was moving like Rumbo. Did your time like a champ, never rumble. You was on the wrong path, you was young though. You ain't never let it break you, stay humble. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the fire and the pain in my mama's eyes. I was just a little boy, always wondered why. Cause you couldn't help raise me by her side. I was taught to speak the truth and never tell a lie. But I know you wasn't capable of homicide. You was just a real nigga, always down to ride. thank God that he gave you a second time. You got caught up in the field, but you still alive. For the fam, yeah, I know you never jeopardized. All the time that you did it only made you wise. Collect call 30 seconds, yeah, I love you. Learned a lot of life lessons from my uncles. This a letter to my pops up top, and it's still fuck cops. I don't eat pork chops, no. ISO, we got the city on lock, it's going down, young Jot, yeah. Then they put you on trial.
It's exactly 21 minutes past 8 on a beautiful Wednesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. You know, each and every Wednesday we dedicate it to getting rid of the midweek slump. You have made it through Monday, you've made it through Tuesday. Right now it's midweek, and of course all our eyes are on the weekend. So of course you know, whenever we are in the midweek, we have some of the interesting conversation and unpacking some of the topics that involves you and your friends that I want you to invite into the conversations that we are going to be having. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use right there on YouTube. Hashtag Sivogile, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation. I need you to go all out when it comes to those hashtags. You know that our WhatsApp line is also open for calls and for voice notes. The number to dial is 0604933226. That is 0604933226. We are Vooka Breakfast Show across all social media platforms. Right now, we are live on Underground Radio, and I'm going to repeat again, if you do not have the app, it is both available. Don't worry, because it's both available on iOS and Android. So do make sure that you get the app, and then you can enhance the experience of listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show live. If you can't watch, you can listen to audio only. But if you want to watch, we are always live on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, press that subscription button and the notification button so that you will be kept warm by your breakfast boys. With that being said, let's get deep into what you need to expect if you are in any of the cities when it comes to your weather update. If you're in Cape Town, you're currently experiencing 12 degrees with scattered clouds. If you're in Durban, it's currently 16 degrees with clear skies. And Pretoria is currently 13 degrees with clear skies. And right here in Johannesburg is currently 9 degrees with clear skies. And our market rate for this morning, the 5th of August 2026. Let's get into how the rand is looking like and how is it trading with other currencies out there. Starting off with the US dollar, it is currently trading at 16 rands 44 cents, and the Great British Pound is currently trading at 22 rands 11 cents. Euro is currently trading at 18 rands and 93 cents, and lastly the Japanese yen is currently trading at 10 cents. And then on your commodities, 1 barrel of Brent crude oil will cost you 1,549 rands 15 cents. Gold is currently at 43,596 and 73 cents, and Bitcoin is currently trading at 1,254,539 rands 13 cents. So that's what we have for you on this beautiful morning when it comes to your market rate for the 5th of August. We will be back with your latest tomorrow morning, same time, same place, 6 August 2026, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moeketsi, and I'm happy and excited to be with you throughout this morning. I want you to be with me. Let me know how are you doing, because I can see some of the comments coming through right there. Miss Q Rams saying good morning, Vooka Breakfast team and Vooka Nation. A happy Wednesday and a blessed day to you. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. And then Z comes through saying good morning, Vooka family. Happy Wednesday to you all. Wishing you a blessed day ahead. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning to you guys. Hoping that you're also going to have a beautiful day ahead of you. Of course, you know that I'm never alone, making sure that the dream always is alive. Joining me right here is Mr. B. How's it going, my good sir?
I'm all good, Mo. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, man, we're out here getting rid of that midweek slump. But we're halfway through to the weekend. So yeah, depending on where you are, if maybe you're on leave or whatever, you can start celebrating the weekend today. But every single day we make sure that we give you nothing but positive vibes, just so that your day can be fruitful, productive, and you can always go out there and do your best. Yeah. This is what we do. That's the whole purpose of the Vooka Breakfast Show, that you start your day on an energetic note and you do your best. Yeah. So other than that, I'm doing good, can't complain, and it's a special day today. But stay tuned, guys, because we're going to be talking about someone growing up. But
Yeah,
you guys,
special day.
you guys will love this one. You guys will love this one.
Yeah, and of course, just before we get deep into our agenda of the day, I'm so excited because a lot of people, I don't know, guys, we are not supporting our girls, and it's Women's Month. I am so disappointed that I'm not seeing a lot of people supporting our girls. Yesterday, I watched the first half of the last game of Banyana Banyana playing the WAFCON 2026. Right, they're playing at Morocco. So they lost the first game and then drew the second game, and then last night they needed a win, not a draw but a win.
Yeah.
And they won. Now they through to the last 8, which is the semi-final.
Okay.
And they are also the defending champions of the WAFCON. So I feel like there's no support. Like we need to support them.
It's crazy because
guys.
defending champions, I mean, that means they are doing better than Bafana Bafana. Not even better, like it's just day and night. There's no comparison between the two.
Yeah.
The fact that they won WAFCON, like, that's just commendable.
Guys.
And we're not making noise, man. That's where the issue is. Uguti, if Bafana Bafana, there's a lot of noise, you know. But look, shout out to the girls. Perhaps, you know, two because this plays every year, ne? Yeah, maybe 2 times in a row, Bangailandela, and get to win
not every
again.
year, not every year. So WAFCON, I think for women there's a 3-year gap in between.
3 year,
3
yeah,
year,
yeah.
if not 4.
Yeah, so all the best to the ladies, and they should make us proud. Look, let's only if I had the jerseys, but no, we stand with them. We stand with them.
Yeah, so shout out to Banyana Banyana, shout out to Tembi Khatlana for scoring that only goal that put them through to the last 8, which is the semi-final. We'll keep you updated, of course, as the rounds go through, and we'll let you know when are they playing their semi-finals, and make sure that you support them so that they can go to the finals and defend their trophy. Right. That being said, getting deep into the matters of this morning, it is exactly 28 minutes past 8, and I want to hear some of your thoughts on this discussion that we're going to have, because for me, I feel like I'm on the other side. Right. If you plan your day, you are rushing to go to a store, whatever, a retail store, or maybe there's a spaza shop, and there's a sign that's saying exactly at 8 we are closing the store. And then when now you get there 2 minutes to 8, and then you're seeing, you know, the staff workers, they're sweeping the floor, and then they're like, we're not gonna sell to you because we've already closed. But when now you complain, which, no, guys, it's written 8 o'clock here.
Yep. Look, I think everyone has experienced this at some point, where you walk into a store, it's not yet the time that's advertised, and then they tell you valile. But it also depends more, because if you're not gonna go to a shop, right, or 5 to 8, because the one here locally closes at 8, and utachi trolley and do your shopping. I don't think that's ideal. But also there is a balancing act where you have to, or they have to, allow us to come through and make a purchase, but it just doesn't make sense where only now you want to do your groceries, because either way the butcher closes like I think 30 minutes or an hour before, and they somehow demarcate the area where they start cleaning, and then they, you know, bring it in all eventually after 8 o'clock. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what we're getting into, and I want to hear your thoughts. When you come back from the short break, I want to hear your thoughts. We'll be back right after this.
At the time now, I really couldn't face
Live for radio, the underground.
Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. She says she need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never, we just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila.
But of course, it's great music to keep you going on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It's midweek and we are preparing for the weekend. I don't know if you are happy to hear that it's Wednesday, and of course we are halfway through. It is the 5th of August 2026, and of course the time right now is 34 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock. Before the break, we're still discussing if closing time, but not yet. Right, look, it's 8 p.m. You're on time. You walk up to the entrance, reach the glass handle, and it's locked solid inside. The lights are half dimmed, the staff already sweeping the floors, and when you make eye contact with the cashier, they simply look at their watch, shake their head, but no, I cannot serve you, my brother or my sister. You are left standing outside in the cold, wondering why the advertised schedule on the wall doesn't match the reality on the ground. But before I do that, of course, I just want to introduce two of my team members who have just joined me. Starting off, of course, with Nomfundo right there. NommyP, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning to Underground Radio listeners as well. Hope everybody is doing well. How you doing?
Beautiful. We are happy, of course, and excited to hear from you. But you know, it's a good day. We are celebrating, and later today we are going to reveal Uti birthday. And I want you to guess which station is growing between the underground radio and the Vooka Breakfast Show? I want you to come through and let me know right there on the Vooka, on the comment section, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, joining me right now is Mr. How's it going, my good sir?
Hey man, not too bad. I sort of woke up, I don't know. I woke up like in the early hours, right? And I felt like I had like slept quite a bit. And then I took a bit of a nap, and you know what happens with that. Right? You end up, not hearing alarms and stuff like that. But I'm good, man. We're chasing away the midweek slump. I know Mr. B was feeling the tiredness yesterday. But yeah, I'm in good spirits, man, and I'm looking forward to having a good day. Of course, it's all celebrations all around, until I would argue until Monday. So throughout the entirety of this week, all the way to Monday, it's all celebrations. It's all good vibes. Maybe go on my Friday and that's what that's me raise. But we'll see. How about you? Talk to me.
Man, for me, I am still feeling the slump, and I am feeling.
Are you still in the mid-year slump?
Yeah, because
it's August, bro. It's your birthday next week.
I think I took 4 days of rest last week. 4 days of
5
rest.
Actually.
Yeah, 5 days.
Right.
Because Monday we didn't come in.
You didn't come in, yeah.
When I woke up on Tuesday,
yesterday, you were still tired. I
think it's more psychological. Because,
it is. You've told yourself that you're in that thing. So now it's
when you wake up, you
encompassing
say, I start to feel it. But of course, it's going to be shaken off. When time goes.
You're growing up next week, brother. Like you should be in. You and Vooka are growing up on Monday and Tuesday. So it's celebrations actually for these 2 weeks, Mr. B. Now that you think about it,
we'll see.
This week and next week,
we'll see. Maybe her excitement will help me to be also excited because but of course,
Sky said he wants to be a father.
But look, there's a conversation we're unpacking right here, and I need you guys to tell me quickly. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to answer. The customer reality and the staff reality. You have prepared to go to the store or whatever retail store out there.
Yes, sir.
And they say they close at 8. When you get there, 5 minutes to 8.
Absolutely.
And they're already rolling the door.
I think we've all done that at some point in our lives.
So, at that case, do you complain or do you accept the loss or you go back?
You complain because you have a right to shop there up until 8.
You have the right.
Yes, the doors should be open up until 8 p.m. If they say they close at 5 p.m., the doors should be open up until 5 p.m. And if it happens that 5 p.m. hits the clock, you are still inside. Everyone who's inside shall be locked inside to finish their shopping. And then once they're done, then you can close the store. What they're doing now, because yes, we understand, we feel sorry for them. However, it's wrong business practice.
Okay, it's not fair though.
So the reason that this one comes up, Mr. Mo, is that yesterday we went to the shops, Mr. B and I, right? An interesting Uber ride to and from, actually thinking about it. But when we get to the mall, this thing comes up, and I think of it, and it was quarter to or 15 minutes before the specific shop we were headed to was closing, right? And so I'm trying to push Mr. B, my brother, let's pick up our feet and rush a bit, because these shops tend to do this thing that we're talking about, where they'll close their doors but the store is still running about 20 to 15 minutes before the actual scheduled closing time, right? So we get there, and luckily enough, the doors are still open. People are still walking out, in and out, right, of the shop. But we start talking about this as we're going on about our shopping and looking for whatever we're looking for. Have you noticed how shops would do this, right? And it's as if it's turned to be a norm in South African retail space, right? Where, like, normal, if you walk up to a Pick n Pay or a ShopRite at 10 to the scheduled time of closure, and the doors are closed. It's like, I know, we're used to this. And when you complain, it's as if you're the villain. Wrong. Why you complain? Why are you being so difficult? Which is wrong. Which is absolutely wrong. And as a customer, you would be in your absolute and complete right if you were to complain to the higher ups of that retail store.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Kamulawo, like Nommy just said, if the store is scheduled to close at 8 or at 7 or whatever the time is, 1 minute past that scheduled time, that's when doors should be closed.
Yeah.
And they should serve the remaining customers in the store. Right? But we have this thing, now you have to rush 30 minutes before the store closes to get to the shop because you are afraid that the doors will be closed 15 minutes before.
I mean, look, my controversial point of view is that customers are not always right.
That's fair.
Right?
I'll grant that to you.
Yeah, and the staff, I think also they're right to lock the door early because closing time 8 p.m. doesn't mean service up until 8 p.m.
It does though.
When I do have my working contract right here and it says I knock off at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then the store maybe has to close exactly at my knock off time.
Yes.
I'm not going to spend more than like a minute after.
But why am I falling victim and falling fault for that?
Like that's what's
between you.
written in my
Yeah, no,
contract.
that's between
it's written on my contract. It's the legal. I think the closing off time of the shops. It's the legal protection.
So as a customer between what
Come
is legal
to
for
the
you.
store.
If that's the case, I feel like they shouldn't write on the door that you close at 8.
At 8, absolutely.
7:45 then.
Absolutely.
If that's the agreement between you and your employer, 7:45, and that's fine. We understand 15 minutes you need to cash up, you need to do this stock take and all of that. But it's none of my business, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding insensitive, but it's none of my business what goes on before your shift finishes.
Absolutely.
My business there is to come and get the products that I need.
It is your business because staff also have lives, guys. So with the experience,
we also have jobs where we perform.
Yeah, but when I'm chasing on 5 exactly, the next thing when you want me to chasing on 8 or 9
or half past,
it's wrong.
No, I didn't say I was.
Because normally, if you were at a retail shop, ne, and minanya figure 1 minute to 8, and then I grab a trolley and I just shop. Shop and shop.
No. More the stuff.
That's a different case.
It is
1
completely.
minute to 8, I can't put pressure to say
shop is yes, the shop is
no. Then as a customer, I will then push back and it's wait.
The shop is closed.
Yeah, but I'm inside.
Yeah. So by virtue of being inside.
So what are you expecting me to do?
No, I'm not saying Puma. But then in that instance, the staff would also be in there, right, to push you because
where is it
push
written?
You to finish your thing. Where is it written that you are entitled to your rights as a customer?
To pressurize you. Yes.
Where is it written for you as a customer?
So Mina, I'm not following it's written Uguti, as a customer I'm always right.
Okay.
What I'm following is that once I'm inside the store, I can shop how I want.
Yeah, but the store closes at 8 and you arrive a minute before. It means everything that happens in the store, cashing up, shopping, paying, should be pushed because the running of the actual store in its entirety has stopped. The functionality of the store at that time for the day has stopped. So it means not because you arrived a minute before the scheduled time that you have you have all the luxury and the time to shop as you want because you are already in the store.
Right. Yes. Now I'm glad you said that because I was setting up a trap and you guys fell for it.
No, I didn't. Come, I'm here for you.
No, but wait, Manele, shops have like a wrap up. I don't know what you call it, but they have that wrap up audio to say like maybe 5 minutes before they close. We'll see. Would like all shoppers to proceed to the till. And obviously some tills are already closed. Some aisles they already closed. So what are you doing in that 1 minute? That one is justified. The staff does have the right
to push you. Absolutely.
You are being unfair. If you're gonna enter a shop 1 minute before close time, it has to be at the kiosk, convenience store, something that is quick.
You're grabbing something quick.
But
then
you're not here to do your
Grocery.
30-day groceries in
When
1
I'm just so
minute
around the
because
store,
you
No,
close
but
at
like- Pela, I'm inside the store.
and so
Now, yabona, the same way you're asking or saying ukuthi customers need to be considerate, ne? Or I mean, ama cashiers need to be considerate.
Sure.
I think the same applies to my customers. Ukuthi
granted.
the store closes at 8, guys. Now ungafiki lang or
10 to
10 to
Oh yeah, that's a lot
5
of
to.
time. You can't make the comparisons. I'm sorry,
Aye,
Mr. B.
guys.
But
There's a
but
lot
you
of
see,
things you can do in 15 minutes. Manele, there's a lot of things you could shop in 10 minutes, but there's not a lot of things you
You
could
can do
shop
in
in
1 minute, in a minute, in
Hence,
60
there's
seconds.
An exception to the general rule.
But I need to know what I'm-
would be an exception.
but what I'm saying is, siyangena sibo my 10 or 13, ne? 5 minutes to, it means me, and as a cashier, I will probably leave the store 8:45 because I have to
There's no
cash up.
such.
Chances are.
Well, quarter to you're stretching it.
Right.
I would say
So-
maybe at 30 minutes at most.
Exact, but it's not low 8 o'clock low.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you see, when you go to, let's say, an airport, airport back Cheluguti, the flight leaves at
Yeah.
8 o'clock, right? However, your boarding time has to be a certain time, right?
Sure.
Yes.
And because of that, yes, the flight leaves at 8, but then boarding time will have to be
About
at
30 minutes.
7:30.
Yeah, 30
So that
minutes before.
ningene nihlale, and then once abayivalile iminyango ngokoratu sabayivalile because they told you.
Yeah.
I think Nalana the same is sort of like it applies, but it's not spoken.
Yeah.
Ukuthi guys sivala ngo-8, so boarding time should somewhere be around 8:30, 7:30 to 7:45.
I see the comparison, but I don't think it applies.
Okay,
I see the
but
comparison.
I have a but to that.
Me too.
When you book your
Yeah, man.
when you book your flights, right?
Yeah.
On your flight tickets, it's either sometimes they send you an email or it's on the flight ticket itself to say your check-in will close at this time.
Yeah.
There is a disclaimer that says come. I don't know whether they say 45 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier. They send you. So that's a different case because there's communication there. They send you SMSs
Actually,
to
you're
say
right.
boarding will close in 1 minute, check-in will close in 20 minutes.
Guys,
so you
look.
already now are under that pressure and you already are aware. It's unlike driving from Soweto to Sandton only to get there 15 minutes before the shop closes, and that's the only shop there is in South Africa. It's at Sandton Mall. You get there 15 minutes before they close and they tell you they closed.
Look, it's interesting, but I want you guys to be considerate, guys. You know, if someone has been up like for 9 hours on their feet, like, can we please like show some?
So now,
Come on,
like, what are you
guys.
saying about me?
Like, at least make an effort to 30
Yeah,
minutes
but
before.
so
30 minutes before.
so what with that, by virtue of that statement,
Yeah.
the assumption is that I have nothing to do.
No, you have.
So
Come
what
back-
are you saying?
Unfortunately-
Come back the next day.
Unfortunately,
No, but
we're
still, I
stuck
mean,
in
you know-
traffic. If you were stuck in traffic, then you get there 2 minutes before they close off. I ask Isabuti.
Come back the next day.
1, 2
Come back
minutes,
the next
I
day.
can grant you. Even 5 minutes, I'll grant you 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I can grant you. I can grant you up to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 minutes. You're full of games, Chief. You are full of games. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm standing on business when it comes to that one. As much as you consider when with your 9 hours of working in the store. So now it means now I'm not being
Okay,
considered.
okay.
That's
Come
the
back.
implication.
I think-
Come back tomorrow.
That's the implication of with 20 minutes remaining to
No,
schedule
20
time.
minutes. No, they don't close.
With
20
they
minutes.
do.
Aye, 20
I
minutes.
think
no.
it varies, you know, from industry to industry. Because with the experience that I had working on my aunt's butchery, so what she would do is just open the garage half and then you close the gate, but you still serve the customers. Otherwise,
Right.
they're still taking his stock.
Right.
So as much as the stock will see a move, then we can only save
Walk
you.
in,
Yeah.
no.
If the bread, that means we cannot save you the bread because already.
How many
we are
minutes
closed.
before scheduled?
10 minutes.
I mean, if you're still
10
serving
minutes.
people, sure. That's why I can stretch it, Mr. B, and say up to 5 minutes. 5 to scheduled time of closure. Fair, I'll grant you. 10, 15, 20. I won't mention the names of the retail stores that we have, right, in South Africa. But I've got into a shop 20 minutes.
But like,
20
but like,
to the scheduled
like
time.
yesterday that closed just half of the door.
Of the
ne?
door, sure. And that was 15 minutes before.
Where that corner, they are communicating the same way as the airport or the flight that you with sends you messages. So when you see a half a door, that's communication.
That's
ukuthi,
fine. For
"Siyavala."
No,
No,
but
no.
business is still running.
Yes, and
Yes,
and they
So
allowed
you
us
can't-
in.
What I have a problem with is
Yeah.
completely closing the entrance or the door. 15, 20 minutes before, 10 minutes before, and how and you're like, guys,
You know what happens in most cases, ne? When there's the last 10 minutes, imagine 25 people get into the store.
You.
Because we are all
Guys,
rushing.
we
are all rushing. 25 people get into the
Yes.
store. 10 minutes left.
Yes.
How many minutes do you think each
Yes.
and every person is going to spend
how
in
many
the shop?
tills are there in the store?
Batho ba chaisa, ra phuta.
How many tills
You wanna
are
go
in
home?
the
It's
store?
not safe.
We
man.
all
You
want to
wanna
go
catch
home. What do you
taxis.
mean?
It's my last taxi.
Lena, I'm catching a taxi. Like it's as if this thing applies only on the retail store staff members. What do you mean? I'm also rushing to catch a taxi.
It's to understand.
Understand, Lena. Same. It
Make some
applies.
time. Well, now you have options.
How do I have options?
You can Uber groceries.
I don't.
You can
I'm
buy
catching a
on
taxi to
ASAP,
Soweto
you
from
can buy on
Sandton as much as you are.
60.
You are catching a taxi from Sandton to CBD Johannesburg,
Yeah.
right? And maybe let it be fair, Mr.
No,
B.
the problem here, guys, is the employer. It's not the employee, it's the employer that is a problem here. Because remember,
The employees and
shops don't
customers are
just decide.
fighting now. Yeah.
Yeah, because now the scapegoat is the employee, but the employee doesn't have much power. Remember, when they choose closing times, it's not like you just randomly choose a closing time. It's according to your
Labor
mall
hours.
or your rental space, wherever you're renting. They have their own closing times, right? So obviously, if like a specific retailer in Cape Town closes at 5, in Joburg, that's not necessarily the case. So they should amend the contracts of their employees to say allow 30 minutes. And also understand we're saying 9 hours and whatnot, but do remember, they have AMA shifts, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. They have shifts where you have people that start like the morning run, they finish from at 2 o'clock, and then you have people from like 2 o'clock up until that time of the night.
Nah, guys.
So it's the employer that should be
Yeah, no,
working on
I
these
agree.
extra 30 minutes and closing 30 minutes before, or making that necessary arrangements. We understand Ukusnabo, they are human beings, it's their job and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's only fair for both parties. If you say you close at 5, close at 5. Do not close at 4:30, because Nami, you don't know where I'm coming from. You don't know how important. For example, a pharmacy at Discam, I have asthma and I'm looking for an asthma pump. I get there knowingly.
Absolutely.
You close
at 5. Absolutely.
And then I get there, the door's already locked, the security is giving me attitude, and I'm telling you, it closes at 5 and it's an emergency, it's a medical emergency. Whose fault is it?
Sorry, Magubhlu. I mean, also, when we face the harsh reality is most retail workers will tell you that we are underpaid, guys, and the extra service that you want us to give you, like, it's not even matching my salary.
So not extra service. It is 15 minutes before scheduled
I'm
time
underpaid, guys.
of close. You see, as much as it's, that's why I get going, Mr. Mo. It's as if the implication is that you're the only one who has problems because you work in the retail space. What do you mean?
I'm not.
Do you think if I had the time, I wouldn't have gotten here during the day?
No,
So okay, mina anginankinga mina.
No, azange ngithona mina.
That's the implication.
Mina ngitshela ngami ukuthi mina ngo-8
though, but how is that my concern? It is 15 minutes before scheduled time of closure. I still have plenty of time.
Phela nasebhayiscope ne. You don't wait for my credits aphele, uyaphuma ngakapheli.
That's a different thing. It doesn't apply. That example does not apply.
But yeah, as we conclude this conversation, we also want to hear from you, Hora. What is your experience of getting into a retail store, and the doors have closed 15 minutes before the actual time. But at the end of the day, the closing time showdown is a classic everyday tug of war between consumer rights and workplace reality. Whether you are frustrated customer on the outside or the exhausted employee on the inside, a little clear communication goes a long way. Respect the clock, respect the workers, and get your shopping done early. Let's jump into some other things that we have. I want to hear from you. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use if you want to send your voice note. 0604933226 is the number to dial. Martin Bimley coming through right there in the comment section saying a very good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio, DB and Fam, and our best energetic Vooka team on a beautiful sunny Wednesday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Hashtag midweek. Be blessed, stay safe, and take care of yourself. Hashtag rise and shine. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, there's so much to unpack in terms of what happened today in history, the number of days and the national days that we are celebrating. So we'll be back right after this.
Yeah. Trauma with a prima donna, gasping when she see the commas, laughing to conceal the monsters. I feel like Kanye when he lost his Donda. When my father left me, you were there to heal the pain that conquered. I never pay you back for what that meant to me. Some scars just fade physically, but never leave mentally. It's where were people spiritually connected turn to enemies, and memories turn to villain origin accessories. And I'm the bad guy yet again. Spent so much time trying to find who the victim is. It's probably both of us, but neither one is giving in. So here we go again, throwing punches at each other's ribs. Gunshots sting like a buckshot. The pain hits deep, it's like my heart becomes a blood clot. Love dots, you're unblocked. Just to get this message, hope you get it on your bus stop. And then the bus crash, your true intentions unmasked. It should have been a fairy tale ending, but you uncast. I know it hurts bad, but you know you deserve that. We'll never have the life we once had. Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey. Yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I wish my brain had a hard drive that I could reset. Wish I made the right decisions, but it's hard to reject. Moving on, but you got me on both sides of the fence. Left your mark forever, that's without a scar on the flesh. Wish that I was sick and didn't hit the bar when we met, and spent my money time with you just to be in this debt. See you happy somewhere else while I've been filled with regret. Try to find someone to blame, but it's just cause and effect. Hey. I thought that was the truth, cause nothing lasts forever, that's except for me and you. Young and unaware of all the shit that we would do. Try to make it out alive, but didn't make it through. Your parents probably hate me, but my mom still always asks if we're getting back together, even though it ended bad. Forward thinking, haunted by the habits of my past. Precious moments with you, girl, you even met my dad. And any girl after you won't ever have the pleasure, so I guess it's part of why it's hard for me to ease the
What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature.
Let's go.
My name is NommyP. Umkabayi Gamakosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Of course, it's 11 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock, giving you some great sounds to keep you warm on this beautiful Wednesday morning, getting rid of your midweek slump. A song titled, of course, in the background, it's RNA by Katori Walker. Good songs, man. Good songs that we have.
Zala Tuxi. That's funny.
You get me? So, of course, you can connect with us across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now, we are live on Underground Radio.
Yes, sir.
We are also live on YouTube. Without wasting any of your time, let's get deep into the archives of what's really taking place on this day and what happened in today in history. So, in 1962, on the 5th of August, Nelson Mandela was arrested near Howick in KwaZulu-Natal after evading authorities for months. His capture marked a turning point in South Africa's anti-apartheid struggle, leading to his imprisonment on Robben Island and later becoming a symbol of resilience and justice.
Natal is a good guy.
KwaZulu-Natal.
What did you say last year? What did you say? 250 on sitar over Natal.
It's KwaZulu-Natal. Organjani, Nommy.
We're known.
It's now known as KwaZulu-Natal.
But very interesting things are happening throughout NATO. Uthi manje sekumele sithi kwaZulu le rata dilo it. Mara dikutela tsasa di cable za rona. But yeah, man, we're celebrating quite a few things on this day, but we have a very interesting birthday celebration rather, that we have in store for you. But today, as it is the 5th of August, we are also 217 days deep into the year of 2026, and we're only remaining with 149 days. Getting closer to getting to 100 days before we say goodbye to 2026 and hello 2027. And with that being said, there are only 21 weeks remaining until the end of the year, and we've been planning on having a nicer celebration, year-end celebration this year. Not that last year's one was not rocking, because it was. I mean, if you were hanging out with us on our TikTok page, yeah, man, it was proper stuff, right? And today also reminds us to reflect on resilience and unity, and aligning with Women's Month in South Africa.
Yeah.
Mo, do you celebrate Women's Month?
Do I celebrate Women's Month?
Yes.
Of course I do. I mean,
You are, because you are.
What would I be without
being
the
a woman?
I will. What would I be without the women that I have met in my life?
Okay.
Honestly, they have shaped the person that I am. Most parts of my life were shaped by the women that I have met in my life.
Okay, even the ones that you kiss. When you kiss your friends.
A kiss, it's a symbol of showing love.
Okay.
You understand? So when you kiss someone, it's like, no, friend, you understand? I'm with you. So Women's Month is something that I always look forward to, because the activities that women do, guys, as gents, so we need to step up. We need to step up as guys. As guys, we need to step up and meet the level of what ladies do when it's their month. I mean, Women's Day on the 9th of August, I want you to watch out of the conferences, the summits that are going to be hosted, just pushing women power, independence, and all of that. So this Women's Month, man, and like every year, Women's Month promises to be a great one, and I know that Cyril Ramaphosa is going to, address a keynote speech
For
on the
Women's
9th of
Month.
August. Yeah,
To do
in
what?
Bogoto.
Zenzani.
Are you in Bogoto?
Nahan. Yes, I am in Bogota.
Can't wait.
You are in Bogota.
Flowers from you.
You can't wait to receive flowers from Mist.
From everyone in the studio
No.
on Friday. And our last show will be on Friday, right? Because Women's Day is during the weekend. So I'm not sure whether you guys are going to give me the flowers on Friday or
No.
on Monday.
I'm telling you now, I'm not going to give you anything.
What do you want on Women's Day?
Look, some of us are gentle.
Roses
we will.
and lilies.
Nahan, what do you know, roses?
Roses and what?
What do you know, Lily?
Thank you, Mr. B.
Umariri.
What do you know, Lily?
What do you...
Nah.
Roses
I
and
mean,
what?
it's guys like Miss that paint a bad picture for us. for
No, I'm not
everything.
gonna. No, it means nothing. I'm just not going to give her anything. It says nothing about
Okay, so are you
the guys.
So
and
you're not
whatever.
gonna give Unomi or
Mama
just
Bloom.
a woman in general?
No, me.
Okay, then that's fine.
No, even
But-
if I had said
always said
all
you
other
hate
women, it like guys, it like
You're gonna give someone else.
no,
Someone
that's
else.
That's not what I said. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna give Nomfundo. Whether or not I'm gonna
Funny
give
enough,
any
he'll
other
be
woman
the
or
first
not.
one to wish me Happy Women's Day as much as he hates me.
I don't hate you. I don't hate anyone, bro. I don't have hate in my heart. I'm just saying, like, no, Nomfundo Wangkopola, guys.
Inzondo.
Nomfundo hasn't seen me in a while. But what I'm saying, Mr. B, is that
Yeah.
whether or not I'm gonna celebrate or observe Women's Day on Sunday, and whether or not I'm gonna give Unomfundo or any other girl out there anything, or I'm not going to give them anything, like
Give her flowers.
it means like it says
Yeah,
nothing.
While she's
I mean,
still alive.
at minimum, just wish her a happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day.
Okay, Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day. I mean, a lot of women that I know in my life, I do wish them like a Women's Month, Happy Women's
Mother's Day,
Happy
Girlfriend's
Mother's
Day. Guys, who is equipping these young men for all these women that we are empowering? Who is empowering the young men? When do we have a take a boy child to work? When do we have a observe man's day?
So usually when I say,
We do.
Day.
okay, go on, Nomi.
You too.
I think is it June that's men's mental health.
How do we get your hands up mental health?
Has
No,
We wanna be
things like
celebrated.
we want to be
daughter.
celebrated in good light.
Sneaking on my plums now.
We do have Father's Day.
And what
We
else?
have Father's Day.
What else?
We want a month.
What else?
Not men's
exactly.
mental health
Not men's
month.
mental
National
health.
Husband's
But you
Day.
see,
like I
guys-
recently celebrated National Husband's Day.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
But how
That's
many
dope.
people like there was noise made about it? The way we make noise about Mother's Day and take a girl
But you
child
see-
to
but you
work
see,
day
here's-
and Women's Month.
Here's the problem. Yeah, but because there's an issue, ne,
Sure.
where you feel like men are not being seen or heard.
Sure.
I think what we should do is continue celebrating women while still raising these issues. Singathi manje, only when it comes to the month of August, now we want to bring up the conversation.
Because I feel
So
like
let's bring up the conversation. Nango July, nango January.
But it holds-
why does it come up?
it holds more water.
August.
It holds more water. It holds more water because it reminds us that, and I'm not against celebrating women. Absolutely, women are beautiful, bro. Like I'm there, like I'm for it. I am, right? Pro women, Amandla, Womandla,
Yeah.
right? But
The thing missed
yes, the
Yeah.
thing, Nomfundo. The thing.
is I feel like also men are not doing enough PR for themselves.
Eish, ngabona ya no.
No, but you see,
Women do enough
Nomi, you're
PR
right.
for themselves.
You're absolutely right because as men, I don't want to lie, ne, in terms of publicizing the work that we do, we're not all about that, Tina. Anyway,
Men are bashed
so
when they
so
meet in private
so it's
spaces.
like Tina Vela, we don't want to be celebrated ngayo leyo ndlela leyo like women. We don't. Or at least I can say this about myself, ukuthi I don't want to be celebrated ngaleyo ndlela. Me. And I don't know if I can say the same for other men out there, but it's different with women. Women want to showcase beyond the, babonise.
Okay.
So
I hear you.
I don't know, like someone does something for you, your partner, do you then go or post it the same way a woman would?
I don't.
You
know.
don't. So it's different.
What?
But I'm saying then let's raise it, not in the month of August.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
they do.
no, fair.
There's a tug of war that always
you, Mr.
happens
B.
on men's mental health. These women, not every woman, they were like Nina Nizenzile. Nina. The reason you have mental health is because of your action.
And it's
So it's those, of course, comments that will always come. But we know, we always try to focus on the positive, whereby people meet, they exchange, they network, they commemorate what this day means or the month means, right? And we're talking about this because we are celebrating the
National Women's Month.
History.
Right? Yeah, that's going to be observed, or it is observed every year in the month of August. And it honors the 1956 Women's March to the Union Buildings in Pretoria. And the date is annually on the 9th of August. And it's going to be a long weekend because on Monday people are not working, but we will be here because radio never sleeps.
Yeah.
Right? And people need to be entertained by the broadcasting boys. And but it's observed in South Africans, and its significance is to celebrate women's role in freedom and equality, and it also highlights ongoing struggles for gender justice, and it also inspires unity and empowerment, honoring South African women's courage and the contributions that they have done in South African history.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's interesting though.
Happy Women's Month to every woman out there, guys, from the Vooka, the Vooka team. Would like to wish you a happy Women's Month, and we hope this month will be filled with so much love, with so much, positive things that, of course, will come.
Roses.
From men. Yeah, roses are red.
Yes.
Violets are blue.
Violets are blue.
Sugar is sweet. How
Thank
about
you for that, Mo.
You
Thank you
are
for being a
welcome.
hater.
Wow. But also, very cool days are being celebrated today, right? There is also Farm Worker Appreciation Day that recognizes the hard work of the agriculture laborers. Very, very cool stuff. And then the last one that I have here is Wiggle Your Toes Day. Wiggle Your Toes Day. Do you know in Kill Bill, when it starts, Uma Thurman's character is paralyzed, so because she's been in a coma for a while, she's been in hospital laying there, and so she has her toes out on the bed. She's spread. She's laying on the bed, and she's trying to move her legs, and they can't. And then she goes, "Wiggle your big toe." Wiggle your big toe, and like she forces herself, wills herself to really get her feet and her legs moving. So Wiggle Your Toes Day encourages people to kick off their shoes and relax.
Absolutely.
Nice one. I think,
I know.
Life
The
is
only
tough.
wiggle that
People
I
should
know is
relax.
the song. Do you know the song?
Wiggle, 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 poo, 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 poo.
Yeah, but they're wiggling something
Aye,
different.
It's very, very cool stuff, man. So in the spirit of recognizing all these fun celebrations in and around our world, right, and not only in South Africa, there's also people celebrating their birthdays. And one of them is the late Neil Armstrong, who would have turned 96 years today. Would have born, 1930, if I'm not mistaken, right? An American astronaut celebrated as the first person to walk on the moon back in 1969, inspiring generations worldwide.
But I guess it's the photographer that first stepped on the moon, because that picture, my mom shooter coming down the spacecraft, obviously someone had to plant the camera there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was him.
So okay, but they shot him coming down the stair. The stair.
Content. Why to content? Guys, content creation has always been there. Maybe he ran quickly out of the spaceship.
No, Pella, at the time we're talking about film cameras where there was no time or anything of that sort.
Maybe
So
he took the first
maybe
picture.
it's the cameraman that
He took the first picture, but then don't be like that.
How?
No, I get it. He went out of the spaceship first,
Sure.
and then he took the picture.
No problem. But
to see what the thing looks like. Maybe he had those quick machine that produced the picture?
No, they were using Hasselblad cameras, so I know.
So,
it's not those cameras.
So he angled it nicely to see, okay,
but how? Because there's no viewfinder. Because that one, here's the thing. Anyone that has taken photos, you know, Gucci, you do try and frame your photos properly.
Yeah.
And if you look at that iconic photo of him coming down the spacecraft, you can tell, Gucci, it's angled properly, right? So someone had to take that photo.
Yeah.
So the cameraman is the first man on the moon.
And Neil also
it's Michael Jackson.
passed on.
It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Neil
Michael
passed
Jackson.
on got 2012.
Michael Jackson took the picture of Neil. Manana says that. That's funny, man. That's funny. But he rose to fame through NASA and the Apollo 11 commander, right? And he was born in Ohio, USA, back in 1930, and he was a naval aviator and test pilot before joining NASA. Some interesting facts about him that you might not be knowledgeable about is that he was famous for the phrase, "one small step for men and one giant leap for
mankind."
Sure. And he was married to Janet Sharon and later to Carol Held Knight. Very, very interesting stuff. Neil Armstrong, man. He passed on back 2012.
2012, yeah.
Oh, very cool stuff. Oh, not cool, but you get what I'm trying to say. And then,
cool stuff.
But
It's a cool story, bro.
The other birthday that we're celebrating and we're observing today is Darren Keat, who is turning 37 years today, who is the star goalkeeper at Bidvest Wits, right? Who was the star goalkeeper back in his day. And he was signed with the Belgian club KV Kortrijk in 2011. Did I pronounce that correctly? Kortrijk.
Yeah, so those letters, they don't normally pronounce them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In Belgium. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Most learned.
So he played for Bafana, and in his youth, he was part of AX and Vasco da Gama. Some former that he's played for is Wits, of course, KV Kortrijk, what's this? Leven, Cape Town City Spurs, and Durban City. Yeah, interesting facts about him that you might not know about Darren Keat is that he debuted for South Africa back in 2013 versus Zimbabwe, and he retired this year in 2026 after winning the Nedbank Cup. One of a few South African goalkeepers with a long European career. Wow,
man.
cool stuff.
Shout out to Darren Keat.
Shout out, Darren Keat.
I was watching him. He was making a comment. So there was an incident that took place, a game between Polokwane City and Richards Bay. So the goalkeeper lost. I don't know what happened. They're still investigating on really what happened, right? So a goalkeeper came out of his own 18 area. Like, I think he was more than 10 to 20 yards. And then Wapuma Wabambi Bola outside.
Is it not the goalkeeper wearing red?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, Richards Bay.
Yeah.
What TS Galaxy, I mean. So the keeper Ubambi Bola, and the people are asking them, like, what is going through in his mind? So Darren Keat was also invited, to give us the thought to go to, okay, as a goalkeeper, what do you think happened in his mind? But what they found out is that South African soccer, football, shares same field with rugby. So what rugby will do is draw the lines, and they remove the lines, and then some lines, they're not entirely. Yeah, they remain. So the guy thought, I'm
still within.
Line. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm still within bounds of the 18 area.
So and he was like, guys, let's not be hard on him because these things happen. Look now, born and there's lines there, guys. Like it's clear. And when you look at the footage, Velo, you can see Guti, like he is.
He's within that line.
He's within that line, but outside of his own.
Rugby. My brother. Man. Okay, very cool stuff, man. So Darren Keat is also celebrating his birthday today. He's your age, Mr. B. Crazy. 1989. Nice. Turning 37 today. And one last birthday that I have on my side.
Yeah.
I've always told you guys that I am a godfather.
I'm 27.
But I know 10 years old. Taking 10 years and putting it in his pocket. Mr. B.
I'm 27.
You're a year older than Mo. So you're a year older than Mo.
Yeah.
I'm my brother.
I'm 21.
You see?
You see? And
you are?
No, I'm 26, guys. No, I'm 26. Like, guys, now I'm 26. Class of 2018. I was born in the year 2000 on the 6th of September. It's like, guys, what am I doing here?
So you're the same age as Mo?
Yes. Mo says he's 21. So, but I'm 26.
You say you're 26.
No, I'm turning 26 this year. I'm not saying it is like that. It's a fact. But yeah, like I've always said, I'm a godfather to a very great young man who started school this year. He's in grade 1. His mother, Usmongile, a very cool friend of mine, is celebrating her birthday today.
Hey, Sbosh.
Yeah, man. Sbosh is celebrating her birthday. And she's very cool people, man. She trusted me with the responsibility of being the godfather to Unjabu.
Beautiful.
And what is a godfather?
So a godfather
Of Harlem.
Godfather of Harlem. A godfather is in how I understand it, right? So this is in respect of church.
Oh,
yeah. So this is in respect of church. I'm just guiding the young man, spiritual guidance of church, and just encouraging him to be involved and go to church and practice his Catholic faith, because we are Catholic.
So is it synonymous to the charismatic church where you have a spiritual father?
I don't know. I'd be lying.
Papa, yes, Papa.
I'd be lying. I'd be lying.
You are his
I would
Papa.
be lying.
Okay, but Papa gives guidance.
Sure. But in this one, it's not only confined to church.
Papa.
It's not only never Papa. Papa. It's not only confined to church, but also just being there as a father figure for the child. So Upapa in charismatic churches, there's a father figure as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, Upapa.
My
Would
Papa.
you say it's more like being a mentor?
Father.
No,
Yes,
not necessarily
a mentor,
a mentor.
correct.
No. Like just being a father figure, a man father figure in his life, you know. So church and just in life in general, you know. So Smongile is celebrating a birthday, man. Smongile, huge birthday. Shout out to you. But we have a very cool one, as you might see that we have cake in front of us, guys.
It's language, guys. It's
so we have cake here in front of us, and the reason that we are celebrating with a cake today is because Underground Radio GBN is celebrating its birthday today. Very, very, very cool stuff, man. Right? And Underground is celebrating 6 years this year.
Yes.
Right? If knowledge has.
So you could be a godfather to Underground.
Godfather.
Actually,
yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the little man is what, 6 years old?
7 years today.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So Underground BBN was born in Durban during lockdown back in 2020, and it has grown into more than just an online station. It's a training ground. It is a sister station in Durban, man. We wouldn't be lost if we go to Durban, you know. We have family that side. So it's a training ground for the next generation of radio, and they also serve the youth of Durban, Zillennials, and the Gen Z and the young at heart across the world. With over 9,000 listeners every month and more than 30,000 social media followers, Underground has built on the Underground is built on 5 pillars of character, music, fun, belonging, and caring. Very, very cool stuff. From playing today's biggest hits to rare tracks you won't hear anywhere else, they reflect the real Durban experience while connecting communities locally and internationally. Founded by none other than Narissa Maharaj, who brings 20 years of expertise, Underground Radio continues to inspire, educate, and entertain. So today we celebrate the journey of our listeners and Underground Radio family that makes it all possible.
Yeah, man.
Shout out. Yes, sir. So, from us as the Vooka Nation, as the Broadcasting Boys, as the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Blinko Network, and of course, to everyone who's celebrating their birthdays today, throughout the week, and throughout the month, we would love to say Happy birthday!
Hip hip!
Hooray! 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 We really hope that the rest of the year, the month, the day, the week will be filled with nothing but love, laughter, and all things great and amazing.
So, Mo, I don't know, but if you allow me, I've got a trivia questions here. So, depending on how you guys answer, right? Don't look at it. Don't cheat.
Okay, let me close it.
I think Nommy is also. Nommy, are you still with us, Akir?
Yes, I am.
So, Nommy, you're going to have to nominate one of us here. Ne? If you get a question right, they can eat a cake on your behalf, Rabo. So,
definitely not my enemy.
So
we're gonna eat your name.
Okay, so I've got a couple of questions about the underground radio, and for those that are listening, I think for the past couple of months we've been saying, hey guys, download the app, listen to us on underground radio, because it's not just the Vooka breakfast show that's on underground. We also have the DJing show, which is on Thursdays from the Vooka Music Experience from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. right? So, and I mean, I'm also in the works with my own show that's coming soon. But I will announce. So it's all things hip hop. So I've prepared a couple of questions here, and if you get it right, guys, you get a slice of cake. Okay. Slice of cake. So I'm gonna start with you, Nommy. So when was underground radio founded? When was underground radio founded? Is it A, 2018, B, 2020, or perhaps C, 2022? But first, nominate. So who should, if you win, who gets your slice of cake?
I need to follow Moeketsi, so it's fine.
Missed.
Sorry, what's your? Yeah.
It was founded during COVID, so that would be 2020.
2020 is correct.
So Miss will get a slice.
I don't want your cake, thank you.
Right, okay, then moving on to the next one. Which city is underground radio based in? This is for you, Mr. Which city is?
This is not Mpumalanga. Guys, come on, man. Underground Radio DBN, stand up. Yes, sir. In the heart of KwaZulu-Natal in Durban.
Durban. Yes, that's it. That's correct. That's correct.
Yes, sorry. Let me do that for you.
All right, and then Mo, what's...
Shouldn't it be Durban and Joburg?
Well, we're talking about the roots here. The roots
headquarters, okay.
The headquarters, absolutely. So, coming back to you, Nommy, who founded underground radio? Is it perhaps DJ Fresh? Is it Black Coffee? Or is it Narissa Maharaj?
That's a difficult one.
Kate Tomlinson.
Or Cade.
Or Chad.
Or Damon.
DJ Larissa Mirage.
Mirage.
That's absolutely
correct.
DJ Maharaj.
Ati Larissa Mirage.
How? I thought the HA was silent.
Well, we'll confirm that. There's a video that's upcoming. And then lastly, right, where's this question here? I saw it just here. Okay, so where can you listen to underground radio if not on the app?
On Moeketsi FM.
Where can you listen to underground radio if not on the app? I'm listening, Nommy. What's your answer for that?
Gukosi. Don't research.
We are research.
You can stream it.
Where?
www.undergroundradiodbn.co.za.
DBN. Look, I had to put this last question in there because some people just say underground.com or underground radio.
Yeah.
So guys, it's www.undergroundradio.dbn.co.za.
Yes, sir.
Right, so you can either download the app or, well, it's available on both Android and iOS. If not, you can also stream it using the browser www.undergroundradio.dbn.co.za. Yes, sir.
And for people who are listening, it's not Dubani, because I know people might mistaken DBN for Dubani in Durban.
Yep.
It's Durban. But last one, it's heartfelt words from Narissa. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
She sent us
DJ Maharaj. That's what Nommy said.
Ati Maharaj.
Mirage. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is quickly play the video and hear what Narissa had to say.
But before we play the video, sorry.
Are we good?
Our technical first needs to get rid of the two screens. Then only There we go.
Yeah, she's waiting for the cake.
Good morning to the Vooka breakfast team. Good morning to your viewers, and good morning to our listeners on Underground Radio. I am Narissa. I am the managing director of Underground Radio, and today we turn 6 years old. Now, Banele, MooCee, and Mo, Underground Radio might be turning 6 years old today, but today is your first year celebrating with us, and I have arranged a little surprise for you, so I hope you enjoy. And I would like to wish all of our listeners and all of your viewers a happy Wednesday.
Happy birthday! Beautiful. And I'm glad that we're also involved in the celebration, man. Shout out. It's a very good day, guys. Underground Radio is growing, and of course, man, that's what we need to do. Just to give a huge shout out to them.
Shout out to Nerissa, man. Shout out.
The work they have been doing for the past 6 years, man. And of course, meeting the team through online, engaging with them and those kind of things.
But
underground.
I've always wanted to be on radio, and it is a dream come true because I'm getting to live that. And Velo, the goal is to compete on that level where when we mention like big stations, underground should be there. The show, Vooka Breakfast Show, should be one of those staple shows that people can benchmark against in future. So yeah, man, these are really exciting times.
And we started back in October, I think.
Last year, October.
As the actual thing. So very, very cool stuff, man. So that's what we're celebrating today, guys. And we're not only celebrating now on the show with cake, as you see, I've been cutting the cake, but throughout the entire week, throughout the day, we're going to be hopefully we'll get on a call a bit later on with the team that's out, with Nerissa herself, and we're gonna enjoy. We have some juice and cake and other treats here in studio, and man, very, very, very cool stuff.
Interesting. And of course, as we wrap up, Nommy, last question.
Shout out to you, Nommy. Shout out to you.
Sorry, mom duties were calling. I would just like to perhaps speak about how they've changed my life, because initially when I joined in for Underground Radio Academy, which was doing a content creation course that I did not even think would put me where I am today. So I am where I am because of the role that Underground Radio has played in my life.
Shout out.
They've taught me so many things on how to present yourself. I've done a lot of PR training. I have experienced so many things, and I look at my brand, the NommyP brand, and I cannot not thank Underground Radio team as a whole, as well as Nerissa, for the amazing contribution that they've made to the NommyP brand.
Shout out,
man. Clock it, Nommy. Clock it in.
Actually, shout out to you, because this is how we got to meet Nerissa. We met the NommyP brand, which we're like, hey, we like this brand. It's well presented. And you're like, hey, I was cooked in Sauna. So that's Underground Radio. We had a couple of phone calls, and we're here now. We found
months
a new
later,
home in Durban.
And we're very close to a year, I think. It's August now. In 2 months. It's been 10 months, guys. That's crazy. Yeah, because it's August now, October.
We need to celebrate.
We're going to celebrate a year.
Of course. This calls for another celebration.
Another cake.
Very cool stuff, man.
It is, man. It is cool stuff. And of course, some of the comments were coming through right there. Mamtimimli wishing the Underground team in Devon a huge shout out and a happy birthday.
Nice one.
But we also the Underground team as well.
Yes,
because as Nommy mentioned, the whole training. We're also products of that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And then Ms. Q-Ram saying happy birthday, DBN Underground Radio. Cheers to many more awesome years. And then, of course, the station manager comes through. It's Maharaj. Yes or no? Hi, Maharaj.
Well, guys, okay. It's like, what is it like? You know how in Zulu you have two surnames? That I'm not pronouncing. Okay, it's like Ratebe and Ratebe. In some places, well, here in Durban, it's pronounced as Mirage. How I wish Nerissa could call in and save me on this one.
Well, she is listening.
So majority of the people in Durban, Zulu-speaking people, they pronounce her surname as Maraj.
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 That's funny, man.
But yeah, shout out. Huge shout out. Thank you so much, guys. And of course, this journey is a long one, and we are still going to be in it together.
Yeah,
of course,
definitely.
16 minutes till we hit the hour, 10 o'clock on the dot. And not forgetting at 4 o'clock, catch chat on the afternoon unwind.
Yes,
on Underground
absolutely.
Radio. So, of course, do not forget to miss that one on a beautiful Wednesday. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break because we have an interesting conversation that we want to have when we come back from the break, right? And the question is that parents held hostage by their kids when fear rules the home. So we're going to be unpacking that after this short break.
I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising. I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I 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 always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high.
My beautiful family, I know we're still celebrating birthdays. It's all fun, we're eating cake. But, my beautiful family, let's bring a terrifying, deeply painful family dynamic out in the open. What happens when the traditional balance of authority in a home completely flips and parents find themselves being held hostage by their own children, not with weapons, but with emotional ultimatums? If you don't give me what I want, mom, dad, I will hurt myself. It is a silent, agonizing crisis playing out behind closed doors across our communities, where parents walk on eggshells every single day. This morning, we are unpacking parents are held hostage by their kids when fear rules the home. And I want you to picture this as a mother, as a parent out there. A mother stands in her hallway, heart pounding, holding back tears. Her 15-year-old child has just made a terrifying declaration. If you take away my phone or don't buy me what I asked for, I'm going to self-harm.
True.
In another house, a father watches his son refuse food and lock himself in a dark room for days, weaponizing silence and despair until the father breaks and gives in. For these parents, household decisions are no longer about teaching values or enforcing healthy discipline. They are about a raw terror and desperate fear of losing their child to tragedy. Family therapists call this emotional cohesion and parental paralysis. A high-stake boundary breakdown where extreme threats disable a parent's capacity to lead. Recent mental health and family dynamic survey reveals that nearly 1 in 10 parents admit to completely altering house rules and capitulating to destructive behavior out of a direct fear that their child might self-harm. Parenting has morphed from raising resilient humans into navigating into an emotional hostage situation. I know there's a lot that we still need to uncover, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
So can I just
chime in this one?
Lay out the following. Something I've always said, that kids are individuals, meaning that you can raise them right, but they will be their own individuals.
Sure.
So someone might say it's probably because of bad parenting. Someone might say it's because of outside influences. But kids are individuals. I've seen it with my nieces and nephews. And I'm also looking at my own child and I'm thinking, she is an individual. I will try and influence. I will try and probably install some mental antivirus just so that she's a sounding individual, right? But I've seen they are their own persons.
Sure.
So whatever they grow up to be, especially in the teen years, I don't think any parent out there somewhat contributed towards having a child hold them hostage, right? Because kids are their own people.
I beg to differ a bit. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I mean, of some of the conversations we've had over the weeks, especially when it comes to, I mean, last week, was it on Thursday, I think, the four of us, you, myself, Kutlwano and Kanye, were talking about something with parents and how Kanye and at least how, this is how it sounded to me, and I'm sure you and I agree. And I was asking, where is your mom in the comment section, right? Where it sounded as if, or we're talking about accountability when it comes to parents being accountable for their mishaps, or just having mistakes as parents, because we are individuals. We're all individuals, right? And
with independent thought.
Sure, absolutely, completely, right? And I was saying that it sounded as if they want to negotiate with parents, with the stances that they were taking. No, you have to have accountable and whatever. But where I still stand on, and this one I would love your mom to chime in. Mom, tell me, please come in on this one. And any parent out there as well, but where I'm differing with you, Mr. B, is as much as you are your own individual with independent thought as a child, completely, I grant you that, completely. Where I do differ, especially with this one, where how do we get to a point where Umpilo is holding you hostage as a father? How did we get to that? When and how? When? Why does the child feel that me holding my parent hostage, I will get to the desired result? Mom, you're not going to buy me this phone. You're not. I'm not eating.
I will. Okay, not eating is light. Ne? I will unalive myself.
I will harm myself.
No, harming is like, okay, fede. They will unalive.
How did we get to that point?
So, if you were to then trace the steps involved on where or how we got there, right? I mean, I feel like that's irrelevant. What I'm saying is, depending on how you raise a child,
yes,
it's got no bearing on whether or not they will hold you hostage tomorrow.
That's where I'm differing with you, because
I also agree with Mist on this one.
Sure.
Because I'm not blaming the parents, but also the parent does play
a huge role. Absolutely.
And sometimes my toddler does things that I would say is holding me hostage in a way. But I've realized my mistake as a parent was allowing her to consume a lot of TikTok content and YouTube content, sometimes unsupervised. Like, for example, right now, if I'm busy, she's probably on her tablet doing whatever because I'm busy and I'm not really, as much as I have an idea that she's watching Coco Melon, Bluey and stuff like that, but I'm not really 100% present to monitor what she's consuming, right? So what I realized the other day, I was like, let me just watch with her. And I realized that some of the content, as much as it's cartoons, we as parents just think, oh, it's safe. No, it's not safe. Because some of the things that they do are like sort of like rebellious behavior. And then when I discipline her or when I say no, she starts doing these things. So kids mirror behavior. So now she's mirroring these people. She's throwing tantrums, rolling on the floor. And I'm like, where are you getting this behavior? And until I had to go back and watch the cartoons with her and realize, it's okay, this program is not a suitable program for her because she's mirroring this behavior. So also as a parent, right, when you discipline your kids, how are you disciplining your kids? Because later on, it will sort of determine how they act and how they react to things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
we have someone who has mental health issues at home, substance abuse. How are they reacting to situations? Because Ingane is looking at those things and they will mirror that behavior.
So I do understand, the mirror of the behavior. One thing I have seen, and it's something outside of kids learning the behavior from the kids, is that
from the parents.
Kids don't feel safe when parents are scared. And limits for kids is equals to safety, right? So now kids, they take up on this adult roles that they're not ready for. Because when your parent is scared, it's like, ish, wanaka this. Kids will test you. Like, they will test you. And then they will go out, then they get the behavior from whatever society feeds them. Say, Mom, I want this. And if I get told into, because they know her mom always, puts themselves in the corner and feels so scared.
Compromising position.
You wanaka this. Like, there's kids who take advantage of that. Or I know, now my mom will cry.
Yes, so exactly.
Yeah, my mom will cry.
It's human nature to take advantage of
a child pushing their limits, right, in the household.
Yes.
But my thing here, even with all the other conversations we've had, Mr. B, when it comes to child-parent relationships, is the foundation. So where I'm not completely disagreeing with you, right? And thus I fully grant you that we are all individuals, adult and childlike, all of us with independent thought. But the basis here, specifically when we're targeting the child-parent relationship, is why does a child feel entitled enough to put their parent in a compromising position where they are threatening them with unaliving themselves? Behavior is okay.
It could be for various reasons. Maybe as a parent, you're looking at providing the best life possible for your kids.
Sure.
So you're probably not around, right?
You're compromising.
So how this comes about, there's like a million ways in which we could reach the same position.
Sure.
But what I want to ask is, based on what you and Nommy have said, you've got a group of siblings, right?
Sure.
They grew up under the same household.
Sure.
And then you get one sibling that wants to test their parents in that way. The same amount of love. They eat on the same dinner table.
More than
they got
the other
same
siblings. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one sibling wants to then test the parents in that way. How do we explain that?
So I'll give it to you. So I only have one sibling. All right. I grew up with an older brother, and he's 16 years older than me. And so by the time I started being of conscious mind as a child growing up and started noticing things like around the age where Umpilo is now, about 4, 5, 6 years now, where you can articulate yourself.
Sure.
There's certain rules that have been instilled in you as a child, and you don't litter, you don't, just like small things. My brother was already like way older at that point, and we didn't really grow up in the same era, right? But we were given the same values, moralities, and all these things.
Yeah.
Right. You, however, grew up with siblings in your house, right? Growing up. Where I'm going with this one is, as much as you're giving the same love and attention and all of these things, do you think you're giving all of those things at the same time, in the same way?
So more or less it would differ, because let's say I'm cooking a dish, right?
Yes, sir.
Each and every single day. Obviously there's going to be more salt here, but it's going to differ, but it's the same.
It is
at the core of it. It's the same.
I love how you say that there is going to be a difference.
Are you saying these variances could then lead towards a child wanting to unalive themselves?
Absolutely.
No, I disagree.
Absolutely.
So as siblings, then one will then say, look, the one that unalived themselves, let's say it's a group of
4 or 5
four siblings.
Sure.
It means this one was given less love.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. Let me cook here for a second. What I'm saying is, because you have been given the same thing at different times, in different ways, but like we just agreed.
Well, let's just say it's siblings that are not
far off in age difference.
Yeah, so
there's like 2-3 years age difference.
You wouldn't say which is like a different time.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Right. But it sort of is, because if there's 3 years between you and I, by the time one's a grade 3, coming into me a primary, or I'm finishing off my, so where you are experiencing it, right?
Okay, I'll give you an example, right? Me and my sister Longlandela was just 1 year.
Okay.
All right. So there's no differences. Yeah. So I'm saying you've seen stories where within a household
there's just that one black sheep of the family.
Okay, I wouldn't call him a black sheep, but
just for reference in this conversation, we only have a minute left. So what I would say, Mina, Mr. B, is that the execution of those moralities and values and rules and all of those things is different. Law or testile, because I've given you, as a father, I've given you all the same love. When I know you're testing me, it means even in my discipline, I have to stretch it. Now I have to bring you back and remind you, Papa, you are a child.
But even in that, they'll still test you.
What happened? That's where I'm differing with you, Mr. B.
What I've realized, it's a 50-50. So to a certain extent, it's what Mo's saying. To a certain extent, it's what Mr. B is saying. Household. As a girl, I grew up in a household where I have 2 brothers and I'm the middle child. So I'm the only girl. What I've realized, especially now that I'm a mom, as much as we had the same parents, we grew up in the same household, got everything equally regardless of our genders, I've realized no 2 children experience
their parents the same way. Absolutely, I agree, Nommy.
No matter how much they're providing, my brothers and I went to the same primary schools, same high schools, but we turned out differently. And if they were to describe their relationship with my mom or my dad, it would be different to what I have to say, right? So that on its own shapes how you see your parents. But then again, there are outside influences. As much as we are a year apart or we grew up together, you have friends, you have content that you consume, you have your own personality. And like Ubanele said earlier on, you are your own human being. You have your own thoughts, right? And these thoughts shape all of this. So it's how you view your parents, and then it's these external forces that end up leading you towards being suicidal or substance abuse or holding your parents hostage.
Absolutely, I agree, Mr. B.
Yeah. So it's got no bearing on the parents.
It does completely, Mr. B. It does.
Kuno mama out there.
I'm not saying completely.
Kuno mama no baba that are drunkards.
Yes,
they've got no time for this child.
Absolutely.
But then the child turns out to be an amazing individual.
But if you trace, hold
up, okay.
Society has this thought your drunk parents don't have love. What I've realized, especially growing up in a township, those homes are the happiest homes where you have umama who's a drunkard and ubaba.
I agree. No, I agree.
They give their kids love. They give their kids attention. Unlike us, but our parents were career driven. They don't drink, they don't smoke, sober habits. They hardly ever home. Because my career, I have to make sure I provide for you guys. And then there's sort of a disconnect between you and your mom because you don't know who I am. You're hardly home. I'm just growing up with nannies because it's your career. Yes, you're affording us this nice lifestyle and opportunities. But at the end of the day, you're not emotionally present. But they are emotionally present. They can tell if the child is not okay. So that's how you get a child who grew up in such a household being the most amazing human being.
Which look, I agree, and I've seen that, Yabo. The point that I was making is that you get a child who was neglected for the most part, but they grow up to be an amazing person. So what do we say about that?
So what I'm saying is, I was about to answer you, is that I'm not saying it has 100% bearing, right? Because obviously when you grow up, and we have explored this, we have touched on this, when you grow up as an individual, as umntwana, now you are conscious of mind, you are only individual, you're an adult now, or you are leaving your teen years and you're stepping out of high school, you finished your matric and you're going into varsity or whatever else, you're tackling life now, right, as an adult who's finished with their primary and high school career. It is up to you how you take the teachings and the moralities and the values that you've gained from home and you go out into the world, how you execute them and practice them.
But I didn't get anything from home.
Then I'm saying
I didn't get anything.
Where
but then
are the
I
parents?
grew up to become that individual.
Yes, but
there's something that Mo once
said.
You know, when you look at kids playing,
sure,
it's like these individuals have been reincarnated.
Fair,
right?
That's
Meaning, Uguti, I don't know, but it's possible, Uguti, the person that you've given birth to uza already preconceived, like the software has already been installed.
You see, that's a completely different conversation altogether that we can explore on its own. It's its own branch that has its own sub-branches. Can we agree?
But it comes back to what I was saying.
It ties into this, I agree.
Every child or every individual has their own thoughts.
Absolutely.
Regardless of how much you can. Like, here's the thing. We receive the same amount of preaching, whatever it is. But Nommy said we won't experience it the same way.
Yes.
That's because even upon receiving it, because of that,
yes.
If a child says, hey, I'm holding you hostage, it's not because the parent did something wrong.
I'm not saying the parent did something wrong, but I'm saying, where is the foundation? Where does that come from? Why does the child
But you're boiling it down to the parent.
Yes, absolutely, because the foundation should be laid by the parent. Let's say 10 years from now, Umpilo is what? 5 now?
Just 5.
5. She turned 5 this year, right? 10 years from now, she's going to be 15. She walks here into studio and she says, Balele, Baba, if you don't pay me or you don't, whatever, I'm going to unalive myself. I'm going to look at you, Mr. P. Where were you to lay the foundation for this child to not feel like they're entitled enough to hold you as a dad, as a father, hostage enough? Where were you?
So, Mina, I think I'll only wrap this up like maybe in one sentence.
Sure.
Would say, there are some things where you once thought of them a certain way,
sure,
and then when you go through them and experience them or see them close by,
sure,
that's when your perspective changes about something.
Fair, I'll grant you that.
Because I've seen parents that look, they did everything that they can. All they ever wanted to do was to make the child happy.
Sure. How?
Right? It doesn't matter.
It does.
The reason
matters.
The reason it doesn't matter is because I made an example of a child that did not grow up in a warm household, but they turn out to be good individuals.
And I answered
they received basically negligence,
sure,
but they still grew up to be sound individuals,
sure,
right? So what I'm saying is, up until sometimes you go through something, then you've got a perspective or an understanding, or go to, okay, you know what, I did all that I can.
Yes.
And if this happens, I'll say, if she wants to unalive herself, look, I'll probably refuse to be held hostage, but when you can do whatever you want to do,
yes,
but then you're not going to hold me hostage.
Yes.
Right.
What I'm saying is, how? Nalo, who grew up in neglect, my brother, the foundation came from somewhere. For them to turn out as a great person in their adulthood, there is a foundation. There's this building, this structure that we're in, Banele, would not withstand.
So building a foundation, is it linear?
No. And it's not a monolith. It's not a monolith.
Is it linear?
It's not a monolith.
So because of that,
right,
there isn't one way of building a foundation. So you can do things by the book.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't work.
Absolutely. I grant you, I agree. But the foundation plays a huge role as to, you know how last year we struggled with rain falling in studio, us putting buckets and but the structure is still standing because the foundation is solid, right? If the structure was to wobble and shake from time to time, when we're experiencing severe weather, we would then question, the people who laid this foundation, like immediately building it, but we question it, right? So I'm not saying that it has 100% complete bearing on the outcome of the child getting to a point where they hold their parents hostage, right? But what I'm saying is it plays a huge role. I would argue and even stretch it and say about 80 to 90% of the time. Because if I gave you great values, moralities, and all these great foundational things that you can take out into the world, and you come back with external forces, then we can trace it and say,
Sure, which I was about to ask, because 15 years from now, or 10
years from now,
she comes back and says, I want to unalive myself.
Yes.
So when building a foundation, there's concrete, there's cement,
absolutely,
as well as
water, all these ingredients,
right?
Yes, sir.
So what makes up a solid foundation? What ingredients go into?
Like we just agreed that it's not linear and it's not a monolith, right? Yeah, absolutely. It starts in the home.
What else?
It starts in the home. The influences that the child experiences in the home.
Is it only
from
the
parents, uncles? School is secondary.
No, but
church.
I'm asking is, what are the ingredients of building a foundation?
Like we just agreed, I'm giving it to you. It's
everything,
right? Yes, but it starts in home.
I agree with the home one,
absolutely.
But there are kids that are raised well, ne?
Yes.
But then the foundation yabo gets solidified outside the home.
Foundation.
True.
Foundation.
Yes.
If you're not, let's say an orphan out there, right? A child who grew up not knowing their parents, their family, and whatever else. Foundation
like you see,
home.
I'll give you an example where here's a child that grows up in an abusive family.
Sure.
Ne? The mother gets abused by the father,
sure,
right? And maybe let's say something similar happens in another family where one grows up to be the exact copy, replica of their father,
okay,
right?
Sure.
Another one says, look, I saw the pain and hurt in my mother's eyes.
Went through, sure.
And I will not do the same.
Sure.
And told.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, despite what might happen, we receive things differently. So even if your parents do the right things, it is you as an individual, accompanied by all these other factors or influences that make you this individual. And just because a child comes through and says, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, I will unalive myself.
I'm not blaming the parent.
It is not solely
the parents' fault.
The parent.
Absolutely, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Because I will ask you, okay. Yeah, but then,
because I didn't teach you that.
But are you asking us as the parent,
no,
or
I'm
you asking the child?
As a parent, no,
but earlier you said you're going to look at the parents.
Yes, I am. Well, from externally, Umpilo, if was to work here 10 years from now, she puts you in a compromising position of threatening you or holding you hostage. Mr. P.
Then that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, okay, let's take a child 15 years old.
Sure.
For her to be what she is today, what are the contributing factors?
Parent.
Only.
Parent. Foundation. There are external factors. Absolutely, I agree. But like I said, I'll give you a chance in a second, Nommy. Church, school, estradeni. These things for me are secondary. I'm not saying they're not contributing factors and variables. They are, but they are secondary. When teachers look at you, Moeketsi, and say, where is the foundation? To understand why is this boy so misbehaving in class? And then we found out, okay, this child is an orphan. This child comes from a family that both parents are drunkards. This child comes from a family where the father is abusing not only the mother but the entire family household in the house. Do you get what I'm saying? Foundation plays a huge role, and for most children, foundation is home. Then, if there's no home, if there's no foundation of family, blood family in the home, then we can look at other factors and contributing variables. Mr. P, where do you come from? And so when I look at you, Nomorini, and say, why umpilo aganje? Why is Umtanaka Nomfundo holding Unomfundo hostage? Where does she take that from? Because I trust with you as Mr. P, the foundation that you laid for Umpilo now in the young years that she is in is a solid one. It should be a solid one where she should not feel that hostage. An A26 Samsung 2026, I'm going to unalive myself. Where do you take that from? I didn't teach you that. And so externally looking at it as someone who's looking at a parent and a child relationship, but I'm asking myself where the parent is. I'm glad
you said that. How many times are parents called to a school?
Yes.
And then you hear what your child did this.
Yes.
And whenever they're having a conversation with the child, they would ask the child, go to Utata, because I or we did not teach you this.
And then we explore. Now we dissect further.
Sharp. So because the parent says, I did not teach you this.
Yes.
Utata. Then someone might come and say, but yes. But the parent is saying, but I didn't teach you this.
Then let's further investigate.
But that's my point, Uguti. If a child acts out of character,
yes,
there are a number of influences that contribute towards that.
Or that
and you
could
can't
be a contributor.
say. Here's the thing.
Possibly.
If we were to really sit down and check what raises children nowadays, outside parents will be shocked. Exactly. The social media out there.
Yes.
There was AI that was telling kids, if the pain becomes too much, there's a better life. There's a better life in heaven.
Other side. Yeah.
AI does that, right?
Yeah.
There's a documentary called I'm forgetting the name, but it's about repetition. when you keep hearing the same thing over and over again,
it's reinforced.
You will then eventually make that your truth, right? So what I'm saying is, if a child wants to hold a parent hostage, it's not because the parent forgot to do something or did something.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the first reference in Naeke Matalangoyon is parent.
Okay.
The
The
first reference I'm running to, Mr. B, is parent.
Sharp.
Then from parents'
like,
response, then we can further investigate.
Okay.
We can further investigate and dissect. Okay, motswadi, ore ha wa ruta Moeketsi so. Ha wa mo ruta so. Principal o dutse mo, and the teacher and the child and parent. Parent Wana is doing 1, 2, and 3, A, B, and C in class.
I agree with you, Mo. To the first order, your
first reference is parent.
But mind you, we investigate what happened.
Yes,
but it doesn't mean just because of the child is acting that way. It's because of the parents.
It's solely because of parents. But I would then argue and debate and say 80% is reliant on parent. If there is parent in-house, whether both or single parent, some of us come from single parent households.
You'll be shocked because the 80-20 rule is flipped, where 20% have 80% of the wealth.
Sure.
When you would think 80% of your teachings should be installed in Taninwako, but you'll find you only contribute 20%, and the 80% is from outside.
It's externally.
Find that.
But fair, I see how you would argue that.
It's not parents where whenever a child acts out of character, it's because of the parents.
It's not solely because of the installation of parent. It's not solely.
A big majority, a higher percentage.
For me,
kids are being raised by outside.
For me, I would argue and say, Mr. B, so we come from one parent household. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest child out there, I'm the greatest person out there, but my mother really, before I get to my grandmother, and like I've mentioned, like I was raised by women. We were raised by women in our family, but we also had uncles and all the brothers and all of those kinds of things. But the first point of reference of adult in the house, Rona, was women. My mother, my grandmother, and my aunts. Then we get to my uncles and all these other external factors outside, church, school, all these other factors, and other adults in the neighborhood, right? Because as Black society, we know not only by your parents in the household or your family, but by also other parents outside. We've gotten to a point where in society now we are but now growing up, you know, Mr. B, Ubaba was next door, would give you a hiding or would discipline you and then bring you to your house and tell your father and your mother, I disciplined him, 1, 2, and 3, and your mother would further give you a harder hiding because of how you behaved in the street. Because I'm like that. That's not what I taught you. What are you doing? So
my point exactly. I did not teach you.
I did not teach you. Yes, and thus I say by further investigation and dissecting, then we can find that there's social media, there's influence of school, there's influence of church, there's influence of neighbor, and then we can dissect. I still come back and motswadi onole ukokai ngwana akra di influence tse di snacks ko strateng. Where are you as a parent when child is consuming ill things by external factors?
I'm not there.
How?
No.
How are you not monitoring?
When I say I'm not there, I mean when a child goes out talking to abangani, I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm not there.
But you get where I'm coming from.
Interesting stakes, Buffet, to end. I know this won't end, and we are going to come back to the child neglect because we still need to
to dissect that one, the child neglect. Yes,
but
sir.
Children may cry out in pain, but parents cannot parent from a place of hostage fear. This week, let's commit to creating homes where mental health is addressed with professional care and boundaries are held with loving strength. Real protection isn't giving up the wheel, it's steering the family through the storm together. And sorry for, of course, stretching it to 18 minutes and, of course, leaving out the underground radio. It is a heated conversation, but thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much for being with us on this beautiful Wednesday, and of course, once again, a huge happy birthday to the Underground
Radio GBN.
Hope that they're going to enjoy the rest of this month beautifully. And also
I would say happy birthday to us, because we are
we're underground as well.
Happy birthday to us.
Absolutely.
But
last comments, Mr. Mo?
Let's start with
Nommy.
Happy birthday, Underground Radio. And just to close everything off, you can never blame parents for how their children turn out.
Hey, fair, never fits. But there's comments coming through, or that came through on YouTube, right? In the last comment, and Mam Tembi says, "Awesome, NommyP. Uyimbogoto sisi. Nice one. Kat Waribuka coming in very late. Oh, Kat Waribuka batum. But Kat is greeting and saying, "Dumelang Vooka Nation," and hi to you, Kat, and hope you are in good spirits. And then Underground Radio DBN comments as well on YouTube and saying, "Thank you so much, guys, for wishing us a happy birthday. Shout out to you and shout out to us." Right, as Underground Radio TBN as the family. And then Mam Tembi comes through and says, "Mina, Mr. Mist, I used to advise my kids to pray for their kids for them to have to have the right direction. Guningi, guys."
It's a lot.
I like that. Praying for your child. I like that. And then Kat Wadibuka comes through and says, "Mam Tembi, I agree." Then Mam Tembi closes it off for this morning and says, "Thank you, Kat. Guningi gulom hlaba. We are guided by God, or we ask for God's guidance." That's cool, man. I like that. Thank you so much, Mutswadi. We appreciate.
Beautiful. And last words?
Last words, Zitande, and Zitande, and do all that you can. And be content that you did all that you can.
Yeah. Beautiful. 20 minutes past 10, it is the time. Until we see each other, same time, same place on the Vooka Breakfast Show on Thursday.
Yeah, it's only Bye.
Thank you, guys. Let's see each other. Have a beautiful Wednesday ahead of you.
Bye,
Nommy.
That's all.